Hello and welcome to Morehead Today. I'm your host, Gary Cornett. Today's date is October 5th, 2010. On today's show, we'll explore the Kentucky Center for Traditional Music and speak with the director, Dr. Raymond McClain. Later on the show, we'll speak to local musicians Carly Higgins and Sarah Wood. Everyone stay tuned. The Kentucky Center for Traditional Music has been a fixture on Main Street of Morehead for several years now, and we've watched it grow to national acclaim. Morehead Today's Shayla Menville speaks with director Dr. Raymond McClain about what the center has to offer.
The Kentucky Center for Traditional Music has been partnered with Morehead State University for several years now in an effort to promote the traditional music of Appalachia. Morehead Today spoke with Raymond McClain, director of the center, about what the KCTM has to offer.
The Kentucky Center for Traditional Music here at Morehead State University houses the traditional music program, which is the academic part of our program. Our outreach, which includes performances, lecture demonstrations, workshops, concerts, classes taught by our faculty. Outreach by our students includes many of the same things: performances, lecture demonstrations, workshops, and teaching as well. We also house the Traditional Music Archives that supports the other two areas, the academic area and our outreach. And it's available for the public if they'd like to come see some of the wonderful things that are housed in our archives. The public's welcome as well. I'm very pleased with our mission here at the Kentucky Center for Traditional Music. The mission statement says, "We teach students and the public about traditional music. We preserve and develop the art form and represent our cultural heritage through performance, educational outreach, and interaction with the community in the Morehead State University service region and beyond." I think there are several things in this mission statement that are important. One of them is the idea that we both preserve and develop the art form. We're helping preserve something and at the same time helping to grow it. If we only took this music and preserved it as in a glass cabinet, and we only looked at it and didn't do anything to try to grow this art form or help develop this art form, we would be completely ignoring one of the essential parts of our art form, which is creativity. It's the part that involves communicating. It's the part that involves the whole point of playing music for me. I try to play from my heart, and I try to, to help someone feel the music. If that didn't happen, I wouldn't feel that we were successful. And if we only preserved the music, but didn't preserve that part of this whole experience, we wouldn't be doing a complete job.
Students in Morehead State's Traditional Music minor program are given a chance to exhibit their talents in traditional music, just as the music majors ensembles do.
We offer different kinds of traditional music ensemble: bluegrass band, old-time country band, old-time string band, and Celtic band. And we're even going to expand that in the future. Each of the groups is a section of band class, and part of what students do in that class is involves public performance. Everyone does a minimum of 3 public performances a semester, and some do more than that.
As the KCTM rapidly outgrows its facilities on Main Street, discussions have begun about a new facility.
Morehead State University is arranging new accommodations for the Kentucky Center for Traditional Music in a building that will be dedicated as the classroom to community building. It is going to include spaces for teaching, for exhibition and performance, a public space, and also will house the traditional music archives.
McLean told Morehead today about some of the events that the KCTM is involved with in the area.
We're involved with several events that happen right here in this area. We do some touring as well. Our students have gone to perform in this region, and well, here on campus in this region and in other states as well. Some of our students performed just last semester at Ralph Stanley's 83rd birthday celebration, which was a program that benefited the Ralph Stanley Museum. We've gone and performed at the Paramount Performing Arts Center in Bristol, Tennessee, Virginia. We've had several nice opportunities to go and represent the Kentucky Center for Traditional Music, Morehead State University, and in fact our region and our culture. And it's been quite an honor to have the opportunity to do that. The Kentucky Center for Traditional Music has helped support events here locally that happen within our community. For example, the Clack Mountain Festival that is presented right here in Morehead. Also the Fiddlers Convention, the Old Time Music Festival that happens here. And we're involved, and we want to support events such as this, because all this great music is one of the things that makes it great to live in this part of the country.
The KCTM has been experiencing rapid growth over the past few semesters, as McLean explains.
I think that everyone who is involved with this program is important. Everyone's part matters. Someone who has a lifetime of experience playing this music or singing has something that's to contribute that's obvious. The first time someone picks up a banjo or a fiddle or sings a song, they have something to contribute to. They have something of themselves to say through this music if they love it, and if they love it enough to want to do it. They have something to say on the first day that they try that no one else in the world can say through music. And I think it's important to understand that everyone who's involved in this program, whether it's the director or the instructors or the staff or interested community members, someone who says, this is great, I want to help support your program, those people all have something important to offer. I think it takes all of us to make this program and to make it successful, and I feel it is successful. Well, right now it's good to be able to say that the program here is the fastest growing traditional music program in the world. We can say that right now because our enrollment has increased more than 100% over last semester. I'm very excited about the students who are coming to this program. They're motivated, they're talented, they're ready to work, and fired up about this music. Feels pretty good.
For Morehead Today, I'm Shayla Minville reporting.
And welcome back to Morehead Today. Today in the studios we have Sarah Wood and Carly Higgins of the Carly Dawn and Lil Sari Band. Welcome to the studio, y'all.
Thanks.
Sarah, you were a student at the KCTM. Tell us a little bit about how that helped your musical career.
Oh, it was great. I mean, was my musical career. It started at meeting Jesse and learning to play instruments pretty well, and his influence was great.
All right, Carly, tell us a little bit about how you got into music.
Oh, well, I've started writing songs and then had to, I grew up playing cello and singing a lot, but took up guitar in college. That was a little while ago. And then met Jesse Wells, the professor and archivist for the Kentucky Center for Traditional Music, where Sarah studied. And a few years after playing for a little while, I joined his band, the Clack Mountain String Band. And then met Sarah a couple years later, and I had been waiting for a long time for a singing partner like Sarah to come along who could sing harmonies, or we could switch effortlessly. And so I was pretty happy to meet Sarah. And then she had already been playing for a while and played the banjo real well, and so that was great. And we've been playing ever since.
All right, where are you guys playing in the future?
Well, we got a full weekend coming up. This weekend we're playing at Owl's Bar in Lexington with the Sour Mash Jug Band, and with the equestrian games going on, we expect a full house for that. That's on the corner of 6th and Lime in Lexington. It's going to be a big time.
And that's Saturday night?
That's Friday night. This Friday the 8th. Then Saturday morning we're doing the Bluegrass and Brunch at Owl's, where you pay to have this big brunch buffet and then hear bluegrass music in the background, and so we'll provide that. Then that evening we're playing for a festival put on by Lex Arts and the Red Barn Radio Show, and that is at the Moonwalk at the Midnight Pass. And details on the location we have yet to have, but if anybody wants to find out, I'm sure they could Google it. The weekend after that we'll be back there with a full band. But we'll be with our full band Friday night at Owl's. That's going to be a big rockin' time. So.
All right. Sounds like a good time. Well, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll have you guys play a couple tunes for us.
Okay, great.
All right, thank you. Everybody stay tuned to Morehead Today.